move, gonna live my dream.
The 2016 Holiday Hoops Given broadcast are sponsored by CBA Sports, your sports construction specialist. Deed Chain, great acts are made up of small deeds. Nike, just do it. Assistant Basketball Coach app, your source for basketball training. And Audi, advancement through technology.
We welcome you in to Holy Innocents High School. Is game number 5 on this Saturday afternoon in Atlanta, Georgia, Sandy Springs Holiday Hoops Giving, and this will feature the Westside Macon Seminoles and the Norcross Blue Devils. Norcross will be the home team. They will be in white. Westside, the road team, they will be in black. The starting lineups for the Norcross Blue Devils will be Rayshaun Hammonds, number 0, Lance Thomas, number 1, Kyle Sturdivant, number 3, Jordan Goldwire, number 5, and Dalvin White, number 12. For Westside making in the black, it'll be Kentravius Jones, 00, Simone Reed, number 1, Trey Foster, number 5, Kevon Moore, number 21, and Gregory Holloway, number 23. And we are underway. Westside wins the tip. They're going left to right. Joel Hillsman, Sylvester Williams here with you. Glad that you're with us. Game number 5 here as we begin the evening session on SUVtv. Feeding the post. Stepping through, no. A traveling violation on Kentravius Jones. The senior 6'11", a turnover on the opening possession.
But you know what I like? As soon as the ball came down court, the first thing he did was wave his finger, give it to me, give it to me. He wanted to establish himself as soon as the ball came into play.
Goal wide to Hammonds, now to Thomas. Thomas now back over to goal wide. This Norcross team on the second day of a back-to-back after a victory last night right here at Holiday Hoops Giving over 4th-ranked nationally, Green Forest, who we'll see in the nightcap tonight. Pump fake, now going to drive, knocked out of his hands. It's on the floor. Sturdivant is able to recover it. Now, nice little pass. He tried to hit White, a turnover. So both teams with the turnover on their opening possession, 7-14 first quarter.
Filling each other out like a good heavyweight match should be. Seeing what each other can handle.
Kevon Moore will bring it into the forecourt, pops it to the top to Holloway. Gregory Holloway holds, now back over to Moore. Moore jab stepped and worked on. They swinging around the ring now, and here's Simone Reed, a 3. It's no good. Rebound to Sturdivant of Norcross. Sturdivant picked up by a little trap there as Foster came up and trapped on him. Swings it to the corner. There's Goldwire. All right, wing 3. No good. Rebound to White out of the guard spot. Over to Hammonds. Hammonds stops. Along. Too good. Rashad Hammonds cracks the seal. They gave him a 3. Okay.
Nice shot on the outside from Hammonds. Hammonds showing that versatility that he can do a little bit of it all. Play on the inside, play on the outside.
Floater, no good. Here comes Lance Thomas now back for Norcross. The Goldwire. Goldwire with the left hand dribble now goes to the left wing. There's White, a corner 3. No good. Dalvin White hit a couple of those big corner 3s last night in the win over Green Forest in a game slide that we saw where both teams struggled from the field.
Yeah, but Dalvin White hit those 3s. Dalvin White hit those 3s to open the game up, to start this game off early. He hit those big 3s.
Coach Jesse McMillan in his 10th year at Norcross, and Josh Grubb, the head coach of Westside Macon. And this Westside squad, the key guys are in the starting lineup, and one guy who is not here is Jalen Brown, who transferred over from Rutland. There's a 3 ball from Kyle Sturdivant. So Norcross opening with the long ball, and they lead 6-0, 2 minutes gone by. Here's Moore. Moore gonna stop. Jumper. It's off to the left. They go Kyle for the rebound, and that's gonna be Hammonds. And the one thing, Sly, we talked about, Hammonds and Thomas handle the ball well for their size. White driving, scooping layup good.
I like the little man's game, man. He does a little bit of it all, but he was a shooter. He was such a big part of that Green Forest game when they opened up the game with a big lead on Green Forest. He knocked down 2 big 3s to open up the game.
Pop it to the top. Now here is Moore. Westside still trying to look for their first hoop. Step in, floater. It is badly missed. Tip, rebound to Sturdivant, who saves it to goal wire. Goal wire pushes it up ahead to Hammond. Hammond all the way. He went in there, flew in there for an easy layup. He's got 5 points. They raced out to a 10-0 lead, and Westside has to call time with 5:06 to go. It is a 30-second timeout, 5:06, and right now Norcross feeling good, out 10-0. And the thing.
Can't play no game with it. Can't play no games with it. Can't play no games with it. Can't play no games with it. I swear. Can't play no games with it. Can't play no game with it. Can't play no games with it. Can't play no games with it. Can't play no games with it. I swear. Can't play no games with it.
So out of the timeout, Westside now will try and get a hoop and stop a run. 3 minutes gone by and they haven't scored. Feed the post to Jones. Jones steps under, puts it up. No, tip is not there. Rebound is going to come down to Lance Thomas. Thomas in transition, puts it on the floor up ahead to goal wire. Goal wire's pass was shot the passing lane and knocked away by Westside Macon.
You know, the thing about Jones being so big.
He's standing still. Get your spot, Lance.
Referee stops in there. He wants to calm it down. You know what I like? He didn't give him a double foul. He just talked to him. He said, hey, fellas, let's get this, clean this thing up.
Goal wide now over to Sturdivant. Sturdivant hesitates, now gives it to Thomas. Thomas down the lane, turns inside the free throw line, and one. Lance Thomas is in the book, and he'll go to the line. A 12-0 Norcross start.
He'll be at the line to shoot the bonus shot for the Blue Devils.
Lance Thomas, versatile big man. You know, you see him, you see he's a slight fella, not a lot of meat on his bones, but, you know, he's deceptively strong. That's what I like to say, deceptively strong.
Missed the free throw, gonna take that talent up to Louisville for Coach Patino. Get it inside to Jones, he couldn't hold it, and now he and Lance come in, it's a jump ball. And Lance walked away, and Contravious Jones walked away. Jones got a little bit more meat on him at 6'11". Thomas, you know, he's slender in stature, but Jones now gonna look like he gonna hold his weight. Norcross goes to the bench and into the ball game, Joseph Toppin, a 6'6" junior. Here's Goldwire now with the right-hand dribble in the forecourt on the right side. Now goes between the legs, worked on defensively by Foster. Kicks it back to Dalvin White at the top, 4-14. White got the screen from Toppin, almost had his cookies taken. There's Goldwire, corner three. He badly missed it, no good. Jones gets the rebound, hands it off, and now here comes Moore into the forecourt. Moore gonna go down the lane, kick it to the left. Stop, Foster, a three. No good, put back up and in, good. Cavante Jones. Contravious Jones with the putback. Offensive rebound off the air ball. There's Thomas. Thomas with the catch on the left side. Now puts it on the floor and faces up. Gonna try to work on the perimeter defense of Jones. I see Toppin gonna catch it. Stop. Left-hander off. Badly missed. No good. Out of bounds. It'll go to Westside.
See what happens. What happens if Lance has him that far out, he needs to hurry up and make a move. He can't stay there and play with him, dribble with him, dribble with him, dribble. You know Lance Thomas is quicker than Jones off the dribble. So hurry up, make that first hard dribble, a crossover dribble, and go to the basket. The longer you play, the longer mistakes, the greater chance mistakes are gonna happen.
Reed holds it. Now goes to Jones, who catches it out high. Gonna turn, try to show the range, big fella. I see you. Contravious Jones with the jump. Lance Thomas pulls the three. Well, anything you can do, I can do better. I'll step back behind that line and knock mine down, 15-4. And the ball is on the floor, almost a turnover. Here comes Moore. Moore up ahead for Jones, taken away by Hammonds. Hammonds down, gonna put it on the floor, and he was out of bounds. Good hustle defense there coming from Simone Reed. Now Kyle Sturdivant will check in, and Dalvin White will take a seat. And now Robert Sims will come in, 6'6" senior. Hammonds will take a seat as well.
Right now, Jordan, now.
Here comes Sturdivant. Sturdivant now working between the rings, between the legs, down to Goldwire. Goldwire now pops it over to Thomas. Thomas faces up, pulls the jumper, no good. Rebound high out of the air. Out of the guard spot is Trey Foster, the 6'2 senior in transition. Driving all the way, put it up. No, it was bothered by Sims a little bit. Moore recovers it, dumps it off to Jones. Jones puts it up, no. They can't get anything to go. Offensive rebounds. Now they're going to pick it up. Goal wire in transition. Up ahead to Sims, and it's out of bounds. Could not get the pass there, and it hit him on the bottom of the knee and went out of bounds. 2:26 to go. 11-point ball game.
Pass was just a little bit too low in transit. You know, when you have that right there, you got that big 6'6" man running, just throw it up in the air for him, man. Let him go and get it.
Here's Kevon Moore, 6'8", and will run their offense at times. There's the jumper, a three. Moore badly missed. No, so Westside struggling from the field here in this first quarter. Goal wire to Sturdivant. Sturdivant now to Thomas. Thomas went down the baseline on a foul, and let's see who they'll give it to. 2 shots, and they call it on Kentravius Jones, his first, the team's second.
You saw what he did. He got that ball right there on the wing. Instead of sitting there and dribbling, playing with it, he threw a pump fake and took a hard dribble, went straight to the basket, and now he's on the line shooting too. That's what you do when you got somebody who's just so much slower than you.
Norcross, 19th in the nation in the preseason max prep. And they played last night, and here is Westside. This is their first game of the season.
Wow, first game for Westside.
Yep, enter with an 0-0 record. Had a scrimmage, but now the first game of the season.
But you know, Westside is one of the smaller schools, a 3A school. So, you know, when you have a 3A school like that, a lot of their players probably play football and basketball. So they schedule the start of the season just a little bit later, just in case.
Just in case. You're right. Westside Macon, Bibb County, Georgia, Central Georgia, Middle Georgia, however you want to reference it there. Jumper, Moore, no good, off to the right. Hammonds skies and gets the rebound, and now he'll go ahead on and bring it up the floor himself with the left hand all the way, put the layup up. No, foul called on the floor. And the foul will be on Trey Foster, his first and the team's third.
You know, we're still waiting on Kevon Moore to get started. The juniors had a rough shooting performance these first couple of minutes.
Toppin on the right wing. Yeah, the field goal percentage almost like they hadn't settled down with 90 seconds to go first quarter. Hammonds one way and the other. There's Sims, a long three off the right wing, badly missed, no good. Foster with the rebound. They're in transition. Get that ball up. Gives it to Reed. Reed gonna hesitate, go, and float it up. No, he'll go to the free throw line. And a foul will be called on Kyle Sturdivant, the 6'2 sophomore, his first. And it'll be Norcross's second team foul.
They got Sturdivant listed as a sophomore. Young man plays well above his age. I didn't quite think. I thought he was a senior by the way he performed last night.
Maturity.
Just a little shimmy on the line. You see Simone Reed before he shoots. He does a little shimmy. Looks like he could be a Kappa, shimmying like that.
Free throw is good.
Get a smile out of Marcus Burnett. He's a Kappa. Everybody makes mistakes. We'll let him go.
He shimmied both of those in good. Westside last season, 22-7, made it to the state playoffs and lost in the second round to Calhoun. So a team that has state tournament experience with victories. There's Sturdivant quickly over into the corner to Toppin. Toppin pass deflected and out of bounds by Gregory Holloway, a 6'6 junior. Good size up and down the lineup for Westside.
Yes, they're not a small bunch of guys. You know, it's funny.
Pass was deflected, and it will stay with Norcross. Good hustle there by Trey Foster.
You know, a team like that, you know, Westside, these kids have been together. You know, a smaller school like that, they've been together, you know, since they were younger. And, you know, you have a lot of these schools. Oh, nice move to the inside. You have a lot of these schools, you know, you have to question. They have a transfer here, transfer there. But a team like Westside, you know, they've been together. So that is all natural.
But they've been together in the same city, but they got a little help from Central. A couple transfers from Central making now on this Westside team.
Same city.
Same city, same county.
Same school district.
School district. Toppin's shot was bothered. Into the contest, Tarek Allen now, a 5'9 senior. Pass deflected. Ferguson recovers it. Ferguson on all that big body goes, an offensive foul.
Yeah, everybody in the crowd saw that one coming. They knew the charge was coming on that one.
Taking a look at Colin Sexton. across the way. Been here all day, but they ain't sitting there chilling in that Auburn coach sitting there. Okay, gonna try to work on that Alabama thing. He gonna let him know that Alabama still has a 10-3 lead though on Auburn. Last time I got out the car, 3-ball good from Simone Reed.
Simone Reed for 3 for the Seminoles.
17-9. They seem like they've calmed down a little bit, still trailing by 8, make it 10. As Hammonds made the move and knocked in the jumper to make it 19-9. The final 10 seconds coming up for Westside, and here's Moore. Moore crosses the timeline. Left hand dribble, steps into a left wing 3, no good. Rebound is back tap. Toppin has it with 2, with 1. Can he get a shot off? He will not. That will be the end of the first quarter. The Norcross Blue Devils have a 19-9 lead over the Westside Macon Seminoles right here. This is Holiday Hoops Giving on SUVtv. That's where the Michigan thing came from. Welcome you back inside the gymnasium here at Holy Innocents High School. Joel Hillsman alongside Sylvester Williams. Norcross with a 19-9 lead as we begin the second quarter on Westside Macon. Westside in the black, moving left to right, and Reed has it over to Moore. They feed it to Jones. Jones on that left block, spinning, jump hook, rolled off, put back, tipped by Moore. No, he got it in, power dribbled and put it back in. Kevon Moore with an easy hoop. That's his first field goal. Shot no good. Oh, Jones gonna show it up and handle. Here comes Moore. Ooh. Did you see how far he tried to reach back and boom that thing in? A foul call. The foul will be on Rayshaun Hammonds, his first, the team's third.
But you know what, though? You know what that problem, the reason he had to do that, small hands. He can't palm the ball. I noticed that. He can't palm the ball, so he had to kind of cock it back so he could control it, so he could dunk it. Now, if he had big hands and he could palm the ball, he probably would have just went straight up and threw it down.
Kevon Moore with the free throw, good. Norcross with the early rebounding advantage, 13-8 after the first quarter. Kevon Moore, free throw is good, so he made them both. Field goal percentage, we mentioned they were struggling. 3 of 15 in that first quarter. Hammonds a 3, good. His second 3-ball of the game.
Hammonds showing his versatility.
There's a drive, kick it back out. Reed is going to pull a long 3, no good. Rebound, ripped down, power dribble up, got it blocked. That was Holloway down on the rebound. Out of bounds, and it will stay with Westside Macon.
I'm just waiting on Kevon Moore to just to step out. I know it's his first game, so I guess he's getting these first game jitters out the way. But once this kid explodes, I want to be there when he explodes.
Puts it on the floor there, now skips it across to Reed. Reed gonna drive, dump it off to Jones. Jones layup, good. Good drive and layoff. Contravious Jones with his third field goal. He has 6 points in the contest. There's a slam dunk. Doing chin-ups on the rim, Rayshaun Hammonds. Here's Reed, gets the screen from Jones, pulls the foul line jumper, no good. They tap it around, rebound comes to Holloway, out of bounds. He could not corral it going into the Norcross bench. 6:36 to go, and now substitution as Omar Jones comes in off the bench, the junior at 6'5". Well, Westside has they have the size. They have the size to compete with the team of Norcross's caliber, but right now it's a 9-point game. White to Sturdivant. Sturdivant hesitate, gonna drive, go all the way, got it blocked in a foul call. That will be on Omar Jones. That'll be his first and the team's fourth.
You know, it's nice to have the size, but you got to have the size that's versatile, like those two big men that Norcross have. Those two big guys can play inside and outside. Hammonds, you know, you see Hammonds as an outside guy, what do you call it, a stretch four or whatever, a guy who plays a combo guy. But Hammonds is tougher than you think, man. Hammonds really surprised me last night going against Green Forest, bodying some of those big bodies from Green Forest up inside the paint.
Sturdivant hit that first one, and then those are some big bodies in Green Forest, so the measuring stick for that is there. Sturdivant knocked in both free throws and pushed the lead now back out to 11, 26-15. Moore into the forecourt, being worked on by Goldwire, who he outside, and there's a foul on Goldwire. Was just about to commend Goldwire for good defense, giving up the size advantage, but then he fouled a shooter. It'll be 2 shots. Goldwire walks over and taps his chest and says, my bad. Kevon Moore going to the free throw line. Averaged 20.7 points a game last season and 11 rebounds. And he hits his first free throw. 3 of 3 so far, all 3 free throws coming here in the second quarter. Missed that one. Hammonds gets the rebound. 10-point ball game, and there goes Goldwire flying to the hoop to make it a 12-point ball game. Goldwire, his first field goal. Foster palming the ball. Center official called it, and it is a turnover for Westside.
If you ask me how Michael Jordan ruined basketball, that's how Michael Jordan ruined basketball right there.
How is that?
Everybody, you know, Michael Jordan did that crossover. Michael's hands were big enough he could palm the ball and cross it over like that, and it wouldn't be called. But then once Michael Jordan started doing that crossover, everybody wanted to do it, but nobody's hands were big enough like Michael's to move it over with that crossover. So you put your hand underneath the ball and you scoop it up, and there's your carry. You're old enough to think back. Think back, man, in the 80s. Did you ever see a carry call called in the 80s?
Not many. They were some, but not many.
Not as many as today.
I think you say Jordan. I think that's. I'm like, Jordan had big hands.
Yeah, he could palm the ball and get away with it.
Foster, jumper. A layup, good as he drove down the right side. Cut it to 8 now. Jones got a layup off another drive and kick by Simone Reed earlier. Here's Hammond showing off the ball handling. Step back, no good. Moore will get that rebound. Moore surveying the floor. Now going to come downhill, kick it to the corner. There's Reed, a corner 3. No good. Rebound, Jones. Jones, a power dribble. Scoops it off. Layup off the window is good. He scooped it off that Omar Jones.
Nice awareness by the big man to find his teammate.
Westside now has it down to 6. There's Thomas on the catch. Thomas shot up, and a foul coming back from the trail official. And he calls it on Kevon Moore. Moore his first, the team's 5th.
Lance Thomas at the line for the Blue Devils.
You know, we've seen quite a few big fellas here at this Holiday Hoops Giving. You know, last game we got to see Chris Ugbo from Covenant Christian. Last night you got to see the young man Isaiah Stokes from IMG Academy. You got to see Victor Eno from Green Forest. These are some guys I wouldn't mind walking through a dark alley with. If I had to walk through a dark alley, I would need those guys around me.
Lance Thomas makes both free throws, 30-22, an 8-point lead. So Westside got it down to 6 at 28-22. Here comes Moore walking it up. 4.5 to go, second quarter. A Holiday Hoops Giving from Holy Innocents High School, Sandy Springs, Georgia. Here comes Moore. Moore gonna step into a long 2, back iron, no. Tip, fight for it, it's on the floor. Jones is gonna pick it up and put it up, no. Rebound, Smack Sims grabs it. Here's Dalvin White now. White into the forecourt. White turning on the Jets. White scooped it up with the left hand, no. Back tap out, Hammonds will recover it, and Norcross now will set it up.
Big man was hoping for a foul on that one. You got to play through that.
Hammonds going to turn all kind of traveling, walk right up out of the gym. A turnover by Rayshaun Hammonds. The turnover count heading into this second quarter. Norcross had 4 turnovers and Westside had 3. The story, though, was the field goal percentage. We're interested to see how the second quarter adjusts that for Westside. They made that push now. Goldwire is going to walk up to the scorer's table again. Here's Reed. Reed on a step back, gives it over to Moore. Moore into Jones. One catch, turn, spin off the glass, got the roll. Contravious Jones. You got to kind of like that. You know, Sylvester, we talk about the big men and the battle. Oh, what do we have? I look down.
Nothing. They just had a little mix-up. They were tied up as they were going away from the basket. But one thing I do like about these refs, they didn't say, hey, double foul. I'm going to call double foul, and I'm going to take over the game. What they did, they blew the whistle. It was a dead ball. They blew the whistle, brought both of the players and said, hey, we're not going to have this, and we're going to continue to play. That's what I love. Referees just here to referee the game and not trying to be the star of the game.
Here's Goldwire. Goldwire going to hand it over to Hammonds. Hammonds going to go on a back pass. It wasn't there. Sims recovers it in that right corner. Here's Goldwire now. Jordan Goldwire over to Hammonds. 6-point ball game, as close as Westside has been, but the lane open and Goldwire missed it. Rebound ripped down by Jones, and now Ferguson's going to get the foul, and that'll be Ferguson's second. And Norcross is going to call a 30-second timeout with 3:12 to go here in this second quarter. Head coach Jesse McMillan calls that one, and Contravious Jones now getting it going. He has 10 points for Westside. They've cut it now down to 6. Kevon Moore, you were speaking about him. He's got 5 and got those from the free throw line. So it seems to be Westside finding their legs now here as they get comfortable here in the middle of the second quarter.
But that's the thing. If Westside wants to win this thing, Kevon Moore actually has to hit a jumper. He has to hit a field goal. He's gotten everything he has from the free throw line. If his shooting percentage continues to stay at a 0, I don't see a win for Westside Makers.
And all he has is that putback and then those 3 free throws, 3 or 4 from the free throw line. Let's set it for you. It'll be Toppin, Goldwire, Thomas, Hammonds, and Sims, the 5 on the floor for the Norcross Blue Devils, who are in white. It'll be Jones, Moore, Jones, or that's Contravious Jones and Omar Jones, along with Simone Reed, and now Trey Foster will walk it into the forecourt between the rings and now moves to the left. Comes back to the right, picked up the dribble at the top, now gives it to Kevon Moore. They're trying to give it down to Jones. Jones really wants to put it on the floor. They collapse. He steps in. The shot is up. Foul on the floor. Foul will be called on Joseph Toppin. I like how Kevon though is wanting the ball and making his moves though, and he's got good size. I go ahead and feed it. I know it's an old school move, but man, I love feeding the big man. Let him get going because see, that defense will start collapsing. There goes Moore on the catch, floated from the foul line off the window, good. Banking hours for Kevon Moore on the floater. He didn't call it, but it counts. And they're now down 4, 30-26. 2:40 to go, second quarter. Norcross has led from the beginning. Shot blocked. Sam stayed with it, though.
Way to stay with it. Way to stay with it. Don't pout. Go ahead and put it back up for 2.
Into Jones. Jones turns. Thomas get it out of here. He caught it back. Power dribble step up and one. Contravious Jones.
He's a load.
Yeah,
he's a load
yes,
down
he
there.
is.
And what I like about him, he's big and he know how to use his big. You know, and that's the thing we're not seeing out a lot of these big guys playing with their back to the basket. They don't know how to use their big, and he knows how to use his big.
And also, he's getting deep in the post.
Yeah, deep. I know Lance Thomas is a little light, but he still has to keep him from getting that deep in the post.
Missed the free throw, offensive rebound, though, by Jones. Jones to Moore. 4-point game, Westside trying to get closer. Jones gonna catch it. Here comes the double team. Underneath, back up, traveling violation.
Gotta travel. Now he's looking for the foul. You're not gonna get a foul. When you're down there, you're bumping, you're that big, you're not gonna get a foul. So you gotta take whatever little contact comes at you, you gotta suck it up and keep going. Yeah, you can't cry for a foul when you're just lowering your shoulder on everybody.
Offensive foul called on Norcross, and that will be on Rashad Hammonds. Hammonds his second. The team's
Calvin White, Kyle Sturdivant, check back in.
5th. That's Hammonds' second. So Foster will come in as we go under 2 minutes to go, second quarter. Foster with the right hand dribble. Worked on by Goldwire. Stop. There's Jones. Jones going to show the range. Good. Contravious Jones has it going now. He's feeling good.
So that lets you know that first one wasn't luck.
32-30. Driving Sturdivant layup good.
I love how that kid attacks the basket.
Foster lost it out of bounds off of his right leg. Foster kind of looking for a push, but I think he didn't really know how he wanted to go and went a little bit too quick, out of control, and lost the ball out of bounds. Dalvin White will bring it into the forecourt, 90 seconds. White, the Thomas catch, shoot baseline, no. Reed from the guard spot gets the rebound. Reed steps back, a travel. He wanted to step back and get the feet behind the line and did so illegally, a traveling violation. Now to the bench, here comes Tarek Allen back in.
Checks back in for the Seminoles.
And Jones will be taking the seat. Coach Josh Grubb gonna give him a blow here.
That's a 4-point game when Jones steps out of the game with 1:15.
He went a long way now. Played 7 minutes in that first quarter. Has been very effective here in this second quarter. He has 10 in the quarter, 14 in the game. Thomas cross-court pass to White, back over to Goldwire. Goldwire shoots it to Hammonds. Hammonds double clutched in the air on a foul. Trail official with the foul, and it will be on Omar Jones.
Very important to see. Well, I was going to say very important to see how they maintain with Jones out the game. But look who's at the scorer's table, ready to come back in.
Just a quick blow right there for him. Hammonds is at the free throw line. Rashad Hammonds for the first time today, and it's good.
He might have needed a drink of water. That's about all he had time to do.
Jones checks back in for the Seminoles.
Jones will go out now. Omar Jones has 2 fouls. Ferguson will come back in. Hammonds makes the free throw. Hammonds has 2 fouls, so Ferguson will come back in. He comes off the bench. He has 2 fouls as well, but he's off the bench trying to give him a blow here in the final 48 seconds. So now here is Moore. Moore gonna hold it and gives it down to Kevon. Kevon holds it. Kevon gonna drive. Oh, Goldwire came on the help defense, out of bounds. It'll stay with Westside with 37 and 3/10 seconds.
Between Sturdivant and Goldwire, you know, Hammonds and Thomas get all of the credit, but Sturdivant and Goldwire, I love their game.
Goldwire blazing down the court. Traveling violation.
Traveling?
Called traveling. Trail official called traveling on Goldwire. 30 seconds to go. 6-point game. So Westside has the opportunity now to hold for 1 if they would like. Got it as close as 2. Now trail by 6. Trail by 10 at one point as we began this second quarter. 10 seconds. Foster, the Reed, a deep left wing 3. Good.
Wow.
Simone Reed, a big 3, his second of the half. Goldwire right back at him, no. So Westside makes a push, puts together a very solid second quarter behind Kentravius Jones. Norcross takes a 36-33 lead into the break. This is Holiday Hoops Giving on SUVtv.
Every day is another beginning. Gonna make my move, gonna live my dream. Gonna make my move, gonna live my dream. Gonna make my move, gonna live my dream.
The 2016 Holiday Hoops Given broadcast are sponsored by CBA Sports, your sports construction specialist. Deed Chain, great acts are made up of small deeds. Nike, just do it. Assistant Basketball Coach app, your source for basketball training. And Audi, advancement through technology.
It always comes a breaking point in everything that you do. But here's what the great ones do when the breaking point comes. Everybody loves the game. When it's tight, when everything is going well, you hit shots, but it gets to a certain point, which the breaking point, meaning at a certain point, somebody is going to retreat and not want it so much, and somebody is going to say, this is why I play the game of basketball.
AssistantBasketballCoach.com.
You're not supposed to be here. You're not supposed to get out of your neighborhood. You're not supposed to believe you can do it. Yeah, you were told you were going to be one of the greats. But they told so many others the same thing. You're not supposed to be here. You're not supposed to pass the ball so much. Or play like a giant. No matter what. You're not supposed to be here. You're not supposed to play 40 minutes and make up 40 feet and make a defensive play, a defining moment in your career. You're not even supposed to be here. And yet, here you are.
Can't play no game with it. Can't play no games with it. Can't play no games with it. Can't play no games with it. I swear. Can't play no games with it. Can't play no game with it. Can't play no games with it. Can't play no games with it. Can't play no games with it. I swear. Can't play no games with it.
I got a high ankle sprain going for a rebound.
Injuries are part of playing.
I got hit catching a pass and broke my collarbone.
So it's good to know that the sports medicine doctors, therapists, and athletic trainers at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta are experts at treating young athletes. If your child suffers any kind of sports-related injury,
I got hit and dislocated my shoulder.
bring him to Children's Healthcare of Atlanta.
Welcome you back inside of Holy Innocents High School as we get ready for the second half between Westside Macon and Norcross. 36-33, Norcross with the halftime lead. And Sly, taking a look there at the stat sheet, what stands out to you other than Westside picked up that rebounding advantage, have a 20-18 rebounding advantage after a half a play?
2 for 9. 2 for 9 is what stands out to me. Kayvon Moore is shooting 2 for 9. That's what stands out to me. And, you know, he is too good of a player. He's just too good of a player for that to continue. So, come second half, I expect big things.
Sturdivant, a step back three. Good. He cracks the seal here on this second half. Sturdivant with the three and pushes it out to 6. Westside got it down to 2 at one point after trailing by 11.
Take the elbow away, Lance. Take the elbow away.
Moore holds it. Puts it on the floor with the right hand. Not Moore, excuse me, that's Foster. Here's Reed. Simone Reed has it. Worked on by White. Now going to get a screen from Contravius, so he pulls a long three. Good.
As soon as I was about to say that was a bad shot, nothing but the bottom of the net.
Yeah, that's one of them no, yes. Shot by Hammonds, no good. Rebound, Foster. Foster pushing it in transition. Foster going to go all the way. Layup, good. Trey Foster, his second field goal.
1 point game.
39-38. This is as close as Westside has been. Kayvon Moore changed shoes at halftime. Kayvon Moore changed shoes, went to the high tops.
That's what it was. He took off those ugly behind Durant he had on.
Now has the LeBron's on, the high tops. I cannot play in the low cuts. I know you and I joke about our skills and stuff, but the low cuts, I just cannot do it.
I don't see how they do it, man. I was too worried about breaking an ankle.
Long three, Moore, air ball, no good. Goldwire is going to get the rebound. Still a 1 point game for Norcross. Here with a minute and a half gone by. Thomas turns, left hand hook, no. Offensive rebound, Hammonds couldn't get the tip. It came back out now, and here's Foster. Foster going to push it up in the left corner. Reed, a three, good. Simone Reed!
First lead of the game.
With his 4-3, and as Sly just told you, they take their first lead at 41-39. The Westside Macon Seminoles lead the 19th ranked Norcross Blue Devils. There's the drive right there, turn post by Hammonds, no, and a foul.
But you know what, that's why I like Hammonds. Hammonds understands he can score points, he can score when you need him. So let's get him to our stud, and let's let him work down there on that block.
And he's going to Georgia, and head coach, or not head coach, but assistant coach Jonas Jones is here, along with J.J. Frazier, sitting there in the media coach's press row. Free throw is good by Hammonds.
You know, and I think he's the star that Georgia needs. Georgia they need a star in athletes.
Well, I would have to tell you, yeah, the way Mayton has played, I mean, he hung 30 on Kansas.
Yeah, that is.
So I think your team Mayton, who's a Michigan product, is their star. Frazier, though, can make him go out of the backcourt. Moore around the screen, pulls up the jumper. Good. There you go.
There it is. If he warms up, it's going to be trouble for Norcross. It'll be trouble if he warms up.
Here's White. White driving, flipped it up, layup good. Man, Dalvin White gets to that cup when he wants to, and he always finishes it. We're even at 43. 5.5 to go in the third quarter. Foster catches it, left hand dribble. Now he's over on the right side. Gives it inside to Moore. Moore now in that corner, worked on by Sturdivant. Jab stepping on him out of the triple threat position, and a foul on Sturdivant.
I like Dalvin White, the smallest man on the court right now. He's over there front. He's fronting Jones on the backside.
White plays very big. I mean, I remember seeing him play as a freshman against that powerful Laney squad, and he really came in and was in that deep guard rotation, and now just a junior. And you know, is a very, very vital part of what Norcross does, and that's a vital part of Simone Reed. A three ball, give me the hot sauce, give me the hot sauce. He's got 5 threes in this contest, 46-43. Hammond spinning layup, it rolled out, no good. Rebound grabbed down by Holloway. Holloway has been quiet overall. Here's Moore. Moore coming, dumps it to Jones. Jones catch, finish on the other side.
Yes, sir.
Contravius Jones, Westside Macon now trying to get it going. They have a 5-point lead, 48-43. They've settled down, they've gotten confident, and now they're playing good basketball. A foul call, though, on Trey Foster. the 6'2 senior, his second, the team's second in this second half.
And see, that's a big man, and that's the difference between what Norcross saw last night. Now they're playing a big man who's polished.
Goal wide open.
That's him all day.
White will sneak over there and stay over there in that corner and drop that three. That's his first one, and a quick timeout call. It is a 30-second timeout, 48-46, and Jesse Mack, who called that timeout, just want to settle him down right now while he's got the opportunity, trailing by 2.
That is his shot all day out of that corner, and he makes it look so sweet. And a great thing about being him, you play on a team that's full of stars. I'm talking about you playing on a team that has legit players. They seem to forget about you, and he'll sneak around, and he'll probably average 12 points, 14 points a game because everybody forgets about him, and he can nail that open jumper. I mean, nail that open three-point shot in the corner.
We talked about how in that first quarter, Westside hadn't settled down. They went 3 of 15 in that first quarter. In the first half, they finished 13 of 32 for 40%. Norcross, meanwhile, 12 of 29, 41% through 2 quarters. And the point is now Westside is making their shots, and they've got a 2-point lead more across the lane. Jones step out, a 3. No, rebound going to come down to Hammonds. It's out of that short corner, though. You start to see more of that, the short corner threes.
But I still don't want my big man. You know, even though he did hit those 2 jumpers, I still don't want my big man out there shooting that shot.
Now, see, every now and then I'm okay with that, Sly. You can stretch the defense. It's when you get comfortable out there and forget what to do in the post. Alley-oop was intercepted by Hammonds, and here comes Sturdivant. Sturdivant back to 3-on-2. Sturdivant going to attack, layup. Good, Kyle. Sturdivant on the attack with the lay-in. We're even at 48 now with 3.5 to go third quarter. Joel Hillsman, Sylvester Williams, glad that you're with us. Holiday Hoopsgiving on the SUVtv.com. Robert Sims coming to the scoreboard for the Norcross Blue Devils. Moore, a long 3, front iron, no. Sturdivant got the rebound and recovers it now for Norcross. Into the full court, coming quickly, gonna go all the way, layup, good. Sturdivant now playing downhill. A timeout is called, and this one is called by Westside, and it's a 30-second timeout with 3:09 to go, and Norcross retakes the lead 50-48.
Jones needs to become a distributor. Right now, Jones, his offensive game isn't there. He has to find other ways where he can get quick and easy baskets because his jumper is not there. When your jumper's not there, you need to go to the hole. How do you go to the hole? You get some steals. You get easy transition buckets. But his jumper is not there tonight.
Okay, they're checking something at the book, one of the assistants. I think there was a discussion of the discrepancy of how many timeouts Westside had. That's their first timeout they've called in this half. Called it at the 3:09 mark. That was their first timeout. Norcross called a timeout at the 4:21 mark. It was a 30. Neither team has called a full by my count.
I am a big fan of using all the timeouts because
last time, take them home with you.
Exactly. You can't take them home and save them for the next game, so you might as well use them all.
Sure. What's the law?
Once again, we got t-shirts for sale up front and grab pizza till 6 p.m.
And now the Westside officials or Westside coaching staff is talking with the refs. And it is a discrepancy in the timeout, but the timeout called at the 4:21 mark was a Norcross 30 because it came after the Dalvin White 3. Now, if they ask me, that's what I'm going to tell them because as soon as White hit the 3 over here, Coach Jesse Mack called a timeout.
I'm pretty sure Coach Mack isn't going to volunteer that information.
Oh, he's not. That's why he's sitting down. Coach Grubb and his staff wants it. They're trying to talk about it. I kind of want to itch in here and say something. I'm telling you guys, but it is a discrepancy in the timeout. And Westside, of course, you know, and you're right, Coach Mack don't want no part of it. He's not trying to find out what's going on or anything.
See, my name is Bennett, and I ain't in it.
So when we resume play, it'll be Hammonds White, Sims, Sturdivant, and Goldwire, the 5 on the floor for Norcross. And now here comes the referee. So now they just came and confirmed and asked Coach Mack, did he use a timeout? And he shook his head, yes, very slowly. So there you go. They got the timeout situation squared away. So for Westside, it'll be Reed, Foster, Jones, and Jones. That's Omar and Kentravius and Kayvon Moore. As Reed will bring it up to full court, coming up on 3 minutes ago, a 2-point game. Norcross in front 50-48. Goes around the screen, gives it off to Jones, travel. Caught it right there, was on the move, but got to put the ball down on the floor first. And Coach Grubb gets up and asks, what was that?
Kyle, start low. Start high, my man, start high. Now sprint up, Rob, sprint up, Rob.
Double screen action. Goldwire, gonna drive, got fouled. Foul on the shot, and the foul was on. He called it on number 5. Westside does not have, oh yes, Trey Foster. Foster picks up his 3rd. And the team's 3rd.
That's a big foul right there for Foster.
Free throw good for Goldwire. Only his 3rd point, first free throw. And Allen now checks in, Tariq Allen, for Trey Foster, who had a nice drive. He only has 4 points in the contest, but now has 3 fouls. Goldwire's 2nd free throw is off to the left, no good. Rebound comes down to Jones.
Shooter your side, Sean. Shooter your side, Sean.
Allen, long cross-court pass to Reed, who pumped it. Now Reed gonna step into a long 3. Front iron, no. Rebound hit the floor. Here comes Hammonds. Hammonds on the break. Hammonds all the way, flipped it up.
Yes, sir.
Charging foul on Rashad Hammonds.
Great charge. Now that was one of those weird things. Now he did step up and take that charge, but you had the other defender come over the top and fouled him while he was coming over the top.
That's his 3rd foul, and the team's 2nd.
That was a good charge, but you had the other defender come over the top while he was taking the charge.
That's the biggest towel we got. That one came from the hotel. 51-48. And Westlake Lions have walked in the gymnasium. Here's Omar Jones now on the beautiful Hoops Giving logo. Gives it over to Allen. Allen puts it on the floor. Now going to drive. Take the contact, put it up. No, Jones couldn't get it. Rebound is underneath. Here's Omar Jones. Jones has it, bounces it out to Reed. Reed pump fakes, puts it on the floor. Drive, float up, short. No, it's on the floor again. They fight for it. Kentravius Jones picked it up and put it in.
Kentravius Jones, man. The good thing about being that big, you're just that big, and there's a lot of space, a lot of real estate. You can't move them out the way.
51-50, 1-point game.
So if the ball falls into your hands, it's perfect.
Sturdivant, push off. Sturdivant picked up his 3rd, and that'll be the team's 3rd. So now Sturdivant and Hammonds each with 3 fouls for Norcross with 1 minute and 34 seconds to go here in this 3rd quarter.
So Michael Jordan's the only one who's going to get away with that push off. Ask Brian Russell if you don't believe me.
Jones puts it up and in good. I love the Michael Jordan Hall of Fame speech about Byron Russell. I love it. If you don't know what it is or remember it, go back, please, and watch it. And you will understand the push-off. I'm just fine with it. Sturdivant catch, layup good.
It was a great speech, but the most famous thing from that speech?
Yeah.
It's sad. Kids don't know Michael Jordan may not be the best basketball player ever. They just know the crying Jordan face.
Shot by Moore is no good. Now here comes Hammonds. You see, I don't know if that's ever going to get old. Hammonds drives, no good. Toppins on the back, but got the rebound and put back in. Joseph Toppin, the 6'6" junior on the glass.
Great putback by Toppin.
There's a long 3. Reed, good. Simone Reed is on fire from distance.
You should have heard everybody in the crowd behind us as soon as he caught that ball saying, the D word. As soon as he caught the ball, the entire Norcross section said, "Oh."
Let's see. Thomas will come in and White will come in. Sturdivant and Goldwire now will go out.
Everybody knew that was good as soon as he caught it.
He is on fire. He has 6 threes in the contest. Simone Reed, the senior at 5'11", number 1 for Westside. We are tied at 55. Jumper is no good. Out of bounds, tipped, and it will stay in possession of Westside. No, it will not. It will stay. It will go over to Westside. And now the refs going to get together and talk about it. Change the call, and it will stay with Norcross.
And if you have any questions about what side of the gym we're sitting on, we're definitely
we kind of got a mix right here. Right here, it's kind of mixed. It's comfortable now. Baseline out of bounds, and White will be inbounding it. 6 and 6/10 seconds, and they will not allow Gregory Holloway, the 6'6" junior, to come in, and now they will. And he's going to take the place of Allen.
What was that for?
Technicality. Inbound to Thomas. Thomas with 4, with 3. Hammonds catch, fire a 3, and fouled on the three-pointer with 1 and 6/10 seconds. The foul is going to be on Omar Jones. That'll be his 3rd and the team's 4th. So Hammonds will get 3 free throws here with 1 and 6/10 seconds. Free throw. Hammonds got the roll.
Wait, Rob. Wait, Rob. 3 shots, man. Get off the floor, Rob.
Second one, good.
Look at that top of it. The top of what he paid. Toppin was in another world.
Free throw off, no good. And Toppin got the rebound, but that will be the end of the 3rd quarter. Norcross has a 57-55 lead over Westside. It's Holiday Hoopsgiving on SUVtv. 4-quarter action on the other side.
It always comes a breaking point in everything that you do. But here's what the great ones do when the breaking point comes. Everybody loves the game. When it's tight, when everything is going well, you hitting shots, but it gets to a certain point, which the breaking point, meaning at a certain point, somebody is going to retreat and not want it so much, and somebody is going to say, this is why I play the game of basketball.
Joe Hilsman and Sylvester Williams back here with you courtside from Holy Innocents High School in Sandy Springs, Georgia. It is a very, very interesting contest here between the Norcross Blue Devils and the Westside Macon Seminoles. And now the Seminoles in black operating, trailing by 2. And there's Jones' shot sent back in his face and a jump ball, and it will go over to Norcross. Lance Thomas caused that jump ball.
Lance Thomas, man, you know, he's such a long, lanky player, man. And he just stuck his hand up there and just palmed the ball, basically. He just palmed the ball as the Westside player was taking that jump shot.
Here's Dalvin White. White now will give it to Hammonds, who's holding out front. Rayshaun Hammonds puts it on the floor. Now motions for White to come back in the offense, and he does. And now they trap him and then give it to Hammonds. Hammonds going to attack, go down the lane. Left-handed was tipped out of bounds. Saved by Jones. Jones to Kayvon Moore. 30 seconds gone by. Here's Moore. Moore going to drive, took some contact. and the foul will be on the floor, and it will be on Joseph Toppin.
You know, I just keep waiting. For Kevon Moore to step up.
You are, but Simone Reed has stepped up. He has 20, and Contravious Jones has 20, and Moore fades away, and now he has 11.
Kevon Moore for Westside.
We're tied at 57. Westside took their first lead in the third quarter, 41-39. We are now tied at 57. A minute gone by here in this fourth quarter. Glad that you are with us. Here's Thomas putting it on the floor, floating it at the lane. It's good, Lance Thomas.
Lance Thomas has such soft touch, man.
Kevon Moore now going to take it. Cross-court pass. It was intercepted and stolen by Hammond.
He's going to fit in so good up there in Louisville.
Hammonds now calls for White. White does play off the ball a lot despite his size. Here's Sturdivant. Sturdivant now pushed out defensively by Moore. Moore really chasing him, and then he picks up the foul. Kevon Moore with the foul. That'll be his second and the team's fifth. I'm loving the crowd interaction behind us, Sly. I love it. That's why I love basketball. We're all in this gym. It's just more personal. Football, you know, folks 100 miles away. We enjoy it, but something about the personal atmosphere of basketball has just always been attractive to me, and that's one of the things that attracted me to the game at a young age.
You know, but sometimes in a football game, that football intensity
from
the crowd, you might not want to be sitting in the middle of the crowd during the football game.
Hammond's free throw rolls around and out. That's why I say it's pros and cons to everything, man. You just athletics in general, you just have to love it. But since we're talking about it, I think this is an outstanding event. This is my third year being a part of the Holiday Hoops Giving event for SUVtv, and just to see it continuing to grow into what it was last night and a half on display. Pebblebrook and IMG, a carrying violation called on Westside, and to see this gym absolutely packed in here, and then for it to be a heck of a game in the 90s, it's just wonderful atmosphere.
You know, you got what you paid for. Everyone got their money's worth and more yesterday. And I'm telling you, it's so crowded in here. People walked out of here with new friends yesterday. They were so tight and crowded and congested.
Thomas pulls a long three, back iron, hill of the rim, no good. Rebound is ripped down there by Gregory Holloway. Holloway been quiet, basically, 2 boards already. There's a tip by Moore. Jones put it back in. Contravious Jones, man, you got to like the way this young man's playing basketball.
Contravious Jones, he is a beast down there on the inside. 22 points for the young man. Unofficial total about 9 rebounds, 8 or 9 rebounds unofficially. He's a beast down there.
And 6 boards entering the quarter. Here's Goldwire now for Norcross. 5.5 to go. We're even at 59. Feed the post. Thomas going to show his back to the basket moves and a foul call.
But you know what? I like that from Thomas. I really like that. I like that from Thomas. Thomas has been relying on that jumper and that outside shot for far too long. Sometimes you just got to go at the beast, and I like that aggressiveness out of Thomas.
That's only Thomas' second foul and the team's 6th. A shooting foul, so Lance Thomas will be at the free throw line. He is 4 of 5. 5 of 6. Ferguson will get ready to come in for Norcross. Free throw fell off the lip of the rim. Here's Moore. Moore all the way, dumped it off. Pass was knocked away by Hammonds. Out of bounds, and it will stay with Westside. Robert Sims also will be coming in. Sims and Ferguson in. Thomas and Hammonds out. I'm quite sure this will be a brief rest for both of them. White is also out. So there's Jones on the catch. Ball knocked away from him. Goldwire with the steal. Goldwire in transition. Goldwire got it blocked, and there's a foul call. And the foul will be on Gregory Holloway, his second, the team's 7th. Let's see, will it be 2 shots or the 1-and-1? It'll be 2. You remember talking with Coach Hemme last night when he was on the broadcast and telling us about Goldwire's hands and how he led the EYBL in steals. And you can see, it looks like his hands are a little quicker now. Free throw, Goldwire got the roll.
quick hands. You got to love an aggravating guard who comes down when the big man has the ball and the big man brings the ball down to his waist. That's where those aggravating guards come in and swipe that thing out of there.
I like to call them vultures. Bring that ball down, man. They're going to go vulturing over there and get it. They're going to go get it. Push the lead to 3 now with 5:10 to go. Westside and Moore brings it up the court. Lost it. Ball is on the ground, and it's in this deep in this corner, and it will be Norcross basketball.
You know, this is very interesting now. You have the 2 studs for Norcross. They're out the game. Let's see how Westside responds. When they left the game, they were down by 1. Now they're down by 3.
Now Westside is able to get a towel, which is much bigger than the face rack that we had earlier. Wheeler and Rayshaun coming up next. Rayshaun out of Missouri, and I will not talk about them until it's that time, but very interested in seeing what they're going to bring to the table here for the Holiday Hoops Giving. Talk about steals. Foster almost got Sturdivant. Sturdivant recovers it. Now pushing, stepping to the hoop. Shot up and in good. Kyle Sturdivant. They pushed the lead out to 5 now after it was down to 1. Foster driving, no. Jones tip, no. Rebound comes out the goal wire. He's pushing it. There's the alley and the to Joseph Toppin. Nice by the left-hander.
I think right now Westside needs to stop, run a play on the inside for Jones.
Yeah, I agree. Need to go back down there and get him in the post. There's a jumper by Holloway. No good. Rebound. Foster. Ferguson gets it. And Jordan Ferguson going to put it on the floor. Gives it to Sims. Sims in transition. Got it blocked by Jones. Jones now outset. Here comes Reed. Simone going to catch. No, down the lane. Got it blocked. Toppin goes up and blocked Holloway. It's recovered by Moore. Kick over to Foster. Foster to Jones. And they'll set it down. Now Jones going to go at Ferguson. Put it up and 1.
Nice.
Kentravius Jones.
Nice footwork from the big man. And you know what I like, though, man? Being that big, you know, you have a lot of clumsy bigs. There are a lot of clumsy bigs, but you see the way his feet work down inside the paint, and he has that nice soft touch off the glass. I don't think he's dunked all night. I don't think he's dunked. He's laying it up off the glass, man. Nice and soft, nice and easy.
There's a timeout called by Westside. Let's see. It is a full timeout. 3:48 to go, down by 5. We'll take it with them. Holiday Hoops Giving on SUVtv.
You're not supposed to be here. You're not supposed to get out of your neighborhood. You're not supposed to believe you can do it. Yeah, you were told you were going to be one of the greats. But they told so many others the same thing. You're not supposed to be here. You're not supposed to pass the ball so much. Or play like a giant. No matter what.
Kentravius Jones at the free throw line to try and complete the three-point play. Back with you, Joel Hillsman, Sylvester Williams. Glad that you're with us here. Holy Innocents High School in Sandy Springs, Georgia for the Holiday Hoops Giving. Second day, and Jones completes the three-point play. He has 25 in the game, and Westside trailing by 4. Here's Dalvin White on the drive. Left it off for Sims. Layup good. Robert Sims with his second field goal. He has 4 points. Push it back out to 6. So here's Reed. Ferguson's going to get it with the steal. Ferguson tried to give it up. Ball was deflected. Top into Ferguson. Alley to Sims. Catch it. Put it back up and in. Robert Sims back-to-back field goals. Norcross now trying to flex and pull away an 8-point lead with 3:11 to go.
Pass it, lane, Rob. Pass
And they're doing this with 3 starters off the floor.
That's true. Jones up and in, good. I just have to go to the bank now. I got to feed him.
Yes, sir.
I got to feed him.
You got to feed him. If Westside wants to stand a chance of coming back and winning this thing, got to keep working him on the inside and get some defensive stops.
Goldwire with strip. Here comes Reed. Reed in transition for Westside. Reed gonna go, stepping all the way. Layup good, Simone Reed. He has 22. And quickly now those starters get up off that bench and Coach Mack says go get in with 2:34 to go, 70-66. Here's Dalvin White. White over the Goldwire. Goldwire stop and a timeout call right before the travel. Goldwire was he didn't have enough glue on the bottom of his shoe. We'll keep it right here, timeout Norcross.
But you know what? This is perfect. When he sat down his starters, when he sat down his big men, they had a 1-point lead. He's bringing them back in the game. They have a 4-point lead. So, hey, that's a great coaching move.
70-66. Kentravius Jones with 27. Simone Reed with 22. Rashad Hammonds with 18 in the contest for Norcross. Kyle Sturdivant with 17. Lance Thomas with 11. So pretty balanced scoring and scoring in positions where you expect them to get their scoring. 7 players have scored for Norcross. 5 players have scored for Westside. The heavy lifting by Kentravius Jones and Simone Reed. And you've been calling, Sly, on Kevon Moore. He has 11 in the contest. Now's a good time for him to try and pick some spots, another hoop or two, and he'll be in good shape.
But he has 11, but most of that damage has come from the free throw line.
3 or 4.
He has 6 field goals.
3 or 4 from the free throw line. 4 field goals. Has not had a good shooting night. Entered the quarter 3 for 12. And the Wheeler Wildcats are here. And they are up next against that Rayshaun squad out of St. Louis, Missouri. So here's Goldwire. Trap. Goldwire cross-court pass to White. He had to alley to Hammonds, and Hammonds upset out of bounds. So let's set it for you. Rashad Hammonds, Jordan Goldwire, Lance Thomas, Dalvin White, and Kyle Sturdivant, the 5 on the floor for the Norcross Blue Devils. Trey Foster, Kevon Moore, Omar Jones, Kentravius Jones, and Simone Reed, the 5 on the floor for Westside. A 4-point ball game, and here's Sturdivant between the rings. Sturdivant getting close to the timeline, being worked on by Moore. They're trying to trap. Hammonds gets it over to Sturdivant. Sturdivant right here in front of us get trapped. Swings it over across now. Down the lane, a layup good by Rashad Hammonds.
Rashad Hammonds, you just love his game, man, just smooth.
Reed is open, but Moore's gonna pull it from deep, no. Good save by Foster, but saved it to Norcross. Sturdivant gets it up ahead to Dalvin White. White has it, now he's gonna come across the court, and there's Goldwire, floater, back iron, no rebound, hit the floor, nobody wanted it, so Goldwire went and got it back. Rebound, no tip by Hammonds, put in by Thomas. It's a big sequence right there for Westside. They're gonna go back down 8. 80 seconds, fourth quarter. Here's Reed, Reed lost it. Thomas, the Dalvin White, White, oh, showtime. Give White the assist via the window, and Hammonds threw it down, and it's a 10-point ball game. Moore fouled as he was scooping across the lane.
Moore wants to be a big-time player, but tonight his game isn't reflecting his attitude tonight. He has the mentality that he's a big-time player, but tonight his game hasn't caught up to that yet.
A tough shooting night for Kevon Moore. He's at the free throw line with 64 seconds to go. Free throw off. This has not been that night for Kevon Moore. 3 of 5 from the line. Kentravius Jones takes a seat.
Now, I'm going to be honest. If I'm Kentravius Jones, when we go home this evening, he's going to have a long talk on that bus ride home with Mr. Moore and say, hey, this is my team. Every possession needs to touch my hands once, and then let's figure out everything else from there.
Reed gets the steal. Reed going to stop, pop a 3. It's online. It's short. Rebound to Hammonds. Hammonds now on long outlet pass to Dalvin White. Layup good. Norcross now pushes it back out to 12. Westside was there for a minute. There's more too late with the layup there inside. And a quick timeout, 10-point game with 36 and 17 seconds. We'll keep it right here. You kind of got to like Norcross's resolve. It is a full timeout. You got to like Norcross's resolve, though. Westside finally took the lead, 41-39. Made a push, got it within one at one point. And then a couple timeouts. Coach Matt called a timeout with 2:28 to go, and they pushed it open from there.
But, you know, if you're Westside, you don't really have much to hang your head about because you could be looking at an eventual state champion down the line in 3A right now. They are playing, the number 19 ranked team in the nation. And Monday when the new polls come out, they'll probably be in the top 10 in the nation when the new polls come out on Monday. So you battled them all the way down to the end of the game. I mean, you battled them, and one of your best players probably had the worst night of his career. So, hey, nothing to hang your head down about if you're Westside.
And this is your season opener.
And it's the first game of the season.
36 and 17 seconds. Glad that you're with us here on SUVtv. And, of course, you can tweet us. Be interactive at SUVtv. 36 and 17 seconds. 78-68. Norcross, a 10-point lead, and they're looking to come out of Holiday Hoops Giving with 2 victories, one over Green Forest last night, and now trying to add Westside Macon to the mix. Here's Goldwire, gets it up ahead to White. White will kick it back out. Sturdivant trap. And a foul call on Simone Reed. And Reed picks up his first, team's 8th. It's a 1-and-1 situation coming up for Kyle Sturdivant. Free throw, Sturdivant is good.
Sturdivant's another one playing in those ugly shoes.
Yeah, I can't do it. And that's not even about the style. It's just the low.
It's the low tops. I don't know how can you play in low tops. I don't get it. I don't know, man. They're young, man. They're gonna live forever. They're kids.
It's a mental thing, though. I know some of the pro players say because of the tape jobs. And I know that a pro tape job is very good, but still, I don't know. It's a mental state thing. Final 30 seconds and 21 and 10 seconds left. 80-68. And you know, Sly, while we got a quick moment, we're talking about Norcross and how they defeated Green Forest last night. I think now, since we saw that game, we see the defensive intensity in that game. Mm-hmm. Norcross a lot more comfortable, was able to play at a faster pace just a little bit, and in the result, they put up 80 points.
And it's a difference. I think a team like Green Forest, their guard play wasn't there. They didn't have the leader, Justin Forrest. So Green Forest is going to beat you up. They're going to pound you. They're going to pound you. They're going to pound you. And Norcross had to adjust to that, and they did a great job. Norcross is a great chameleon. They can adjust to whatever you throw at them, and I like that. I really like that. They had to bang down low with the big man. They banged with him a little bit. He still had 25. But, you know, that's a whole lot of banging to do. But the most important thing they did, they took away the other star. I'm still waiting on Kevon Moore to show up.
He just popped in that 3 right there, 82-71. But teaching moments right now going on for Josh Grubb. These are teaching timeouts against a very, very good basketball team, things that you can't simulate in practice.
I'm sorry, fellas. I just had to do an impromptu jump in. I want to introduce a hashtag, Free Kevon Moore. Sly's giving my man a hard time here, man. He faced a tough Norcross defense. Don't get me wrong. You know, he's going to look back at this game and given his level of expectation, he's going to wish he had played better. But, you know, first game of the season, you know, cut Kevon Moore a little slack, Sly.
I don't know, man. I expect a lot out of Kevon Moore because just seeing some of the stuff I saw from him this summer and just hearing some of the stuff I heard about him, Kevon Moore is a baller. I mean, make no mistake about it. This kid is good, and I'm a little bit disappointed in him, to say the least.
Hey, it's all good, man. That's what makes it sports. The different perspectives and opinions should be fun to watch him the rest of the season.
Alley-oop, no good right there, 82-71. I will tell you what, though, Kentravius Jones brought his game, and I really like that he has 20, how many does he have? Let me see, 27 in the contest, and may actually have a double-double when the final numbers come out. A long three by Kayvon Moore. He's showing up now. Little window dressing at the end, 82-74. Norcross with the victory. They win both of their games here at the Holiday Hoops Giving, and a very, very impressive win here over a very, very good Westside bunch. High man for Kentravius Jones. He had 27 in the game. Simone Reed had 22. Kayvon Moore finishes with 19 for Westside. Rashad Hammonds, 22 points for Norcross. 16 for Lance Thomas. And 20 for Kyle Sturdivant, the high men for the Norcross Blue Devils. All right, coming up next, right here from the Holiday Hoops Giving, it is the Wheeler Wildcats, the number 2 team in the nation, taking on the Rayshaun Wolverines out of St. Louis, Missouri, right here, Holiday Hoops Giving on the SUVtv.com.
Every day is another beginning. Gonna make my move, gonna live my dream. Gonna make my move, gonna live my dream. Gonna make my move, gonna live my dream.